Hey guys, welcome to Nerds and Nuance. I'm Ian, and we're here for more Legend of Vox Machina. The Legend of Vox Machina. I don't know what's going on today. I just can't get it right. So last episode rocked. It was get out of here. Sorry. It was awesome. We got so many moments that I wanted, and I'm sure a lot of people wanted. And for those that haven't seen the campaign, it was still, I'm sure, fantastic. At least I hope so. Oh man, I'm so glad we got the locket, basically. I don't know what the amulet thing that Grog got to jump out of it and just slice Kevdick down the middle. Got the stone knuckles. Getting ready to plan for Umbrasil. Vax is probably gonna have a conversation with the Raven Queen, and yeah, Scanlan's got some stuff to do with.
You're telling me that I?
You came up here to sleep with your daughter.
No. I mean, no. I feel like I wouldn't have let it get that far. Wait. I had no idea you existed. So much like your mother. I'll never forget meeting her.
You actually remember her?
It was love at first sight.
That's not my mum.
Are you sure?
You fucking asshole!
Well, wait. Phoebe, Janet, Bert?
Bro. I was like, this seems real, but I guess he's talking with the wrong person. Ooh.
Mum raised me alone. Struggled endlessly to support us. She deserved better. But instead she got you. A selfish gnome who doesn't even remember her name. I'll leave you with this burden. It's yours now, Dad.
Kaylie, wait! If you just...
Are we finally gonna speak to her? Oh! Hello, gentlemen.
Please, usher us into the beyond.
Oh my god. Oh, her too?
The fuck do you want from me?
I'm starting to think that, yeah, the worst things in life come from fear, but maybe the best things do too. You don't get to choose your part in the play, but a true performer commits anyway. Oh, sorry. This isn't helpful.
You're saying you can't let fear hold you back?
I guess I am. Take the plunge.
Oh, it breaks my heart.
Western has been bled dry, Thordak. If this delays you by even a day, Umbrasil, your flesh will burn.
Don't worry about it. Oh! Uh-oh. And
He
Ripley.
underestimates your power.
Hey, Pike, can I ask for some priestly advice?
I guess? What's
It's not something you hear from
Okay,
him.
so you just found out you had a puppy, and you try to sleep with that puppy.
Whoa! Not the best analyst.
Please, God, tell me this is a metaphor.
Yeah, metaphor.
Right. Listen up.
A dragon has an aerial advantage, so it's vital we keep it grounded. Now, I was thinking we implement Gersha's law of opposing forces and set a trap that requires our enemy to activate. Obviously, we would need a few fail-safes, but I think if we had the proper materials...
We'll come with you. I put you in this place.
No one put me here. And I need to find these answers on my own.
Do not go far from me.
Why would you do that to me?
I know you have feelings for him.
Oh, wow, yeah. This isn't something we have to talk about now or ever,
Ever.
honestly.
I know my brother, and I know he still cares for you.
Vex, what should I do?
Don't let him get away.
I don't understand.
Ooh, the blood bath
Where
thing.
do I-
Or blood pool. Ooh.
If there's some sort of pact between us, I'm here to honor it. What would you have of me?
Also, can I take this off? I really need a shower. It's been a long... I don't know how long.
Take the plunge.
No. Oh. Bet this place smells real good.
Champion.
Sound like Laura. Can't be though, right?
Vox or die.
Is it doing it because of
You've
that?
come at last.
My sister lives. That debt will be paid.
She
I'd
looks
like to be your puppet.
great, like awesome.
Threads of fate are not puppet strings. Understand the wholeness of what you serve, champion. All the living share one experience. Death. Your mother, your sister, even you. We must safeguard that beautiful moment when the soul transitions to a new purpose.
The souls I've been seeing. You want me to shepherd them?
In a sense, yes. Protecting the sanctity between life and death. That is our cause. Your cause. I've been watching you longer than you know. Recklessly drawn to your destiny. Like a flame. My beautiful champion. There is much to fear.
Death is not
But
fun.
not death. For it gives meaning to life.
Vex, we were so worried about... What the fuck?
I'm fine. I'm better than fine.
You are not fine. Whose blood is that?
I saw her. The path we're on. It's the right one. And she's watching.
But...
Let's head back. I'll explain on the way.
Okay.
He seems happier, at least.
Addition of pressure. Here, pay attention to how the trap will... Son of a bitch!
He's not very smart, is he? Drug. Kevdak's blood axe?
Oh.
May
Yes.
you wield it more honorably than my father. Do you talk? Nothing to say.
Look, Zanwar.
I'll take it!
Zanwar is a long story.
Kaylie.
Ooh. Yeah, that sense is kind of debilitating at times. It's something that hasn't happened while in combat. Or after they're made aware.
Smallest offering yet.
Somebody didn't cover it.
Damn it.
Shit. Good shot, Vix. Whoa. Yes, Kaylie.
Going somewhere?
Good job, Mike. Oh boy, oh
My
boy.
power cannot be contained!
Wait, what?
That's new.
We need to get inside that dragon.
Inside? They're a mouthful of acid, no way.
There is a way. The other way.
Yep. Yeah, I know. We got a target. Oh, see what that blood ass can do, buddy.
Where are they going? Scanlan's
Oh!
Oh, God.
Ah! Oh!
Let's see this fucker try to fly away now.
You leave when Scanlan's short halt tells you to leave.
Well, I get it.
He's down! Hit him with everything we got!
Oh, so it's an immovable sword. Okay. I was kind of wondering if that's what it was like enchanted similar to. Attempt 2! Oh! That didn't work. Scanlan?
Scanlan!
We can't let him get away!
Oh, the chain. Well, not the chain in this one, but. Yep, this is going according to plan.
Oh no.
Cut it. Yep, there. Yep, okay. Yeah, okay, so the fight was a two-parter. I wasn't sure. I think I said last week that the fight was going to be a two-parter, or I was wondering if it was going to be a two-parter because of the fact that it of how the encounter turned out, like, because they ended up trapping Umbrasyl. They fought her down there a little bit, and then it kind of got away, unfortunately, as I realized it was not winning that fight. So it did the same here, once it was downed pretty badly, got up and flew off with 3 of our members. So next episode is going to be just fighting this dragon. Well, catching up to them. So that's going to take some time. They got to chase them. I'm wondering how they're going to do that. I'm trying to remember everything that happened. I feel like I vaguely recall, because I know Kaylie can turn to a. I think by this point she should be able to turn to a giant eagle. So she could take Pike, and then Vex can just use the broom. So they can chase after the dragon. Still can't move as fast as the dragon, but at least they can, stay on its tail long enough to see where it, flies into, where its cave is. Let me see who played the Raven Queen, because at first it kind of sounded like Laura. They might have mixed it in there. I don't know. I could be wrong. But I feel like it. There were some of the times it didn't quite sound like her. It was like a little bit off, but I don't know. Courtney Taylor. Mass Effect. Who is she? Mass Effect 2. Hold on, who is she in Mass Effect 2? Actually, let me just look at her name. Courtney. She's a very interesting way to spell Courtney. If that's how you say her name. It might be Courtney. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just saying Courtney for now. Oh, she was in The Witcher, the animated thing. Additional voices, so I didn't really put her who she was. If anyone knows who she was in the animated Witcher movie, you can let me know on that. Mass Effect. Oh, she's Jack. Huh. Okay. Kalara. Tommy. Lilith. I can't remember who Lilith is. Lilith was Liara's mom, wasn't she? Okay. So we did get to finally speak with the Matron of Ravens. But it seems like Vec's a little more at peace now, so there's something there. Finds out more, like she's there, always watching and the reason he was able to see her before is he's fate touch. That might be part of like how they're doing that here. Granted, she's always watching like the way he kind of lives his life. He's always kind of rushing to his destiny, as she put it. Like his end is gonna happen sooner than he would think. I think the way they made her look was awesome. Like beautifully intricate mask and like the whole, like the way her body was portrayed. It was not what I was expecting. When she transformed into like their smaller form, that was kind of more what I was visualizing as. I mean, I know we've already seen her, but like that version of her, I wasn't expecting to see like the way that kind of design was. That was a really cool depiction of her, and that the displaying of like him now kind of connected to everybody that lives, or at least maybe everybody that he's touched in life, possibly. But like that scene was beautiful in like a very kind of grim atmosphere. I mean, he freaking took a bath in blood. It could not have smelled good after coming out of that. I wasn't sure if they were going to help clean him up, but seems not. They just kind of went up, vanished, and took the good atmosphere of the temple with them. But yeah, he has more of an understanding. He seems to like he probably will be a little less confused, and maybe well, I wouldn't say less weight on his shoulders, but at the very least he's a little more willing to bear it, and at least he now knows like what the matron is kind of asking of him. Now, while he technically he does have a choice, but like I think him was saying like I have a choice. Was more so like that, or will you take my sister away again? So, which might be the case, because he did make a trade, so she's not, forcing him. It is his choice, which he would do 100 times over. So that was interesting. We got to kind of finally see that and tie that up a bit. So, assumedly, something's gonna happen. So he's fully taken on now the mantle of the Matron of Ravens champions. So assumedly in the next episode something's gonna happen. I'm not gonna say it just in case they don't. And for those that watch this video somehow, not somehow, but you know what I mean. For those of you that watch this and haven't seen the campaign, there you go. But yeah, that scene leading up to that, like him first seeing the thread kind of lead him to where she wanted him to go, what she wanted him to see, was kind of in a way entrancing. But like getting to then like the field of bodies that they had cleaned up yet, that was kind of terrifying. Just seeing everybody get up at Kevdak with this stuff, severed half, standing up, and then I was gonna say but Uriel show up, and that was sad. That was a sad reminder. Thank you, show. Usher us onward to our next path, or however he had said it. Just like, wow, that's your job now, Max. Well, kind of. She's like, in a way. So that's part of his job now. To protect the sanctity. Like I guess those that would sully that would not. I don't know if sully is the right word, but that would like perverse it, create undead, create monstrosities of, in some way create perversing the very nature of death itself, which is, natural. And she's a very neutral. I don't know if she's chaotic neutral or just a neutral goddess. I can't quite remember, but it was very cool that it kind of seeing that finally take place and him getting understanding. She doesn't mean ill will towards him or his family. Excuse me. Just it's her nature. Is she's the Matron of Ravens. She's goddess of death. This is her domain, and she basically ferries those that pass on to their next path. Yeah, so there's we had the bit with Scanlan and him having that moment of thinking he was realizing, your mother, I remember her well, I loved her, was hoping. So I don't know if that was portraying at the end he was hey, come with me, but she didn't, and he was kind of broken about that. Turns out Leah wasn't her mom. I was wondering if it was either he was making it up and she was seeing past that, or Or I was about to say, like, is this not even her mom? And it turns out it wasn't. She beat me to it. But yeah, so and then I think that conversation he had with her, like, of him basically like owning up to it in a way and saying, "Go ahead and stab me, you earned it." I think that scene happened as well in the campaign, and I think Scanlan did feel that, like, realizing he deeply hurt somebody and left somebody a burden not necessarily that the child themselves were a burden, but like they left them with a responsibility alone, and she didn't have time to find somebody else that she loved, or she just didn't feel the need anymore. For one, like, she just didn't feel like she needed anybody to raise the child, which is fair. Or just, the sting of what Scanlan had done just kind of sullied her look on romance and whatnot, which is sad, if that's the case. But yeah, and then she leaves apparently the immovable sword, which is cool. How that worked, I don't know if that was a thing. I don't think it was. I think she just kind of left and, like, I'm leaving you with this burden, that you were a terrible person, and now you have a daughter that you abandoned. And then she leaves him with that sword, which that was cool. I wasn't expecting that. I was like, at first I was thinking it was like the dancing sword, but it was just stayed there. Even when he pulled out of it from underneath it, it was like stayed, like embedded, like pressed against his chest, and then it drug across and cut him. And then he used it against Umbrasyl. So that was interesting. That was cool. And of course, unfortunately, Umbrasyl took the shot and took he took the pain and just kind of let it stab through him. I can't know why I had so much trouble thinking of that. I was trying to think of something else, but just go through him all the way. I remember in the campaign they wanted to use the immovable rod. They did. The way they had got in was different. It was much more tight, because like it was, I think he was in the stomach. I don't know. They weren't even like I think he dimension doored into the dragon, and it was like in between like certain muscles, so it was like crushing in there. But they put the movable rod, and they were hoping like the long way it would just kind of be more of an issue. But when it pulled like where the rod went through. Like it was just like a prick going through a needle instead of, I guess, a bar. I don't know. But like, it was the long way. They were trying to do that, but it can fly in different directions, so it wouldn't have mattered. But I loved Percy trying to make this intricate, complicated trap, trying to explain it to the herd, which that's not really their way of doing things, like building complicated traps and making this overly complicated plan. Yeah, that wasn't that didn't really go too well, but luckily Grog was there to talk their language, and then Percy was trying to show them, like, no, look, well, this is how it works, and then he puts his hand on it and he ain't too smart, is he? And look, and also Xanror is given Grog. It's hard not to say it like that sometimes. Kevdak's blood axe. So we got that, and so he's got a new weapon now, making sure it doesn't talk. He's like, "Do you talk?" All right, I'll take it. Xanor's just like, should I be giving him this? It seems like Grog's a little more dense, or lacking in the intelligence department than the others, especially Xanor. Xanor seems a little like possibly one of the more intelligent of the herd. I'm not sure as to what extent, but he definitely seems a lot more competent. But we got the knuckles. We got to see Grog use them. They definitely helped after the trap, and they were able to, And the thing I'm confused about is Umbrasyl being able to turn invisible. I don't recall him being able to do that. It might just be a new thing. Which, I mean, if that's the only thing he can do, then that's good. However, that being the thing is kind of also bad because you can't see something that massive, and it's like more of a greater invisibility, so you know it won't disappear. It won't dispel once you do something, once you attack or whatever. So it's just you can't see the acid breath until it's too late, or you'll get. There's also the fact of being run over, like literally just stepped on. So much of the herd was eviscerated, sadly. Well, they're not the greatest, but you know. They're not hurting the innocent now, if there's anybody left. But I'm hoping that's all that Umbrasyl can do. Because if there's more, if he can cast more spells, that's unfortunate. Because I know that at the very least, Ryshan's the one that has like the magic because I know other dragons, like in D&D, dragons, it's a little more common. Not all dragons, but it's a little more common that the dragon can cast spells. But within the Chroma Conclave, it's usually just Ryshan. What sucked is that somebody wasn't able to cover up the trap right, but even though Umbrasyl noticed it, Vex noticed that and was able to set it off herself by knocking one of the crates onto the trap and triggering it instead. So it was able to snag him for a bit, and they were able to pin him down. Vex being able to punch stab some holes into him, and then Vex being able to shoot a bunch of different bramble shots, and that had to be painful. So yeah, they did do some good damage on him before he was able to escape. I don't know how badly injured he is. I mean, by the end, whenever Vex grabbed Grog and flew up and threw him down, and he smashed Umbrasyl's head into the ground. It seemed for a moment that he was knocked unconscious. So I don't know how bad. I mean, I know he had gotten pretty beaten up before he flew away, but I don't recall if we got how badly injured. It was enough for him to turn tail instead of using his ability to fly as an advantage over them. So there's that. But yeah, so he's got 3 other people. Grog snagged onto Umbrasyl. I guess he was trying to, because I think it had similar thing happened, except he had the chain, that the returning chain that is an item he had, where he could attach one of his weapon at the time, his regular axe, and could just like throw it, and then he could use an action to recall it. So he could have range for his weapon. Since he's a barbarian, a lot of times they're just a bit out of range. I guess he's trying to hold on to it, but instead it pulled him out, or pulled him with him. So now we got a chase going. So we're gonna have probably a giant bird and Vex on a broom, with half giant just dragging along, and Vex and Scanlan inside. But yeah, that's it for this episode. I talked enough. I really want to get into the last episode. I'm super excited for some things that I hope happen. But yeah, if you want to stick around for that, click the subscribe button. Yeah.